Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to add in a list view so that we can have all those character definitions listed as something we can see in our lobby. Alright, the first thing to do is to go to the lobby class, and where's this lobby entry, right? So here we need to have a new component that's going to be of the type uProperty, meta equals to band widget, and class uTileView. There's no particular reason why this one is using a tile view while the player one is using a list view, because there's a potential that you have a lot of different characters to pick from and you want to kind of like have them to be laid out in a tile instead of a one single row vertical list. So this one will be called character list, maybe. All right, so and then we can retrieve the characters somewhere, and I believe that can be in the game state, because that's where we can store most of the data that's game related. Let's see if we have a game state. We should have one. That's right. Let's have a list or a TRA basically. So a new uProperty. uProperty added defaults only. And then this is T array of u character definition class u character definition, and this is pointer, of course. I'm gonna call this guy characters. Okay, this is basically the array of characters we can get from, and then we just have a getter for it. So const T array. Don't want people to change it, right? Class u character definition. Unfortunately, this cannot be const for this one, this type, because the list view atom when you're trying to add it, if you recall, do we have any? Yes, we do have our player entry. This one doesn't take a const. That's why we cannot really do const there. Alrighty, reference get characters, and this will be const here at least, and we can return it. Return characters. That should be our quick getter there, and then basically in our lobby we just need to get it. We have the game state here already. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple here. Let's include our components and then tile view, and we just ask our character list to set character list set list atoms, and then just pass in the game state get characters. So it's that simple, right? So our characters should be populated in there. Okay, now we can of course try to add in one more user widget class to represent our entry. User widget, next I'm gonna call this guy character entry, and this will represent a single character to be displayed in the tile view. Alrighty, let's give it some more time to compile. It's always annoying. If you start typing here now, this will pop up and interrupt. Yeah, so it's better to just wait for it. Oh, we got an error here actually. It's saying that, oh yeah, it doesn't like this. That's reasonable, because when we're trying to add it in here, it only takes u objects, but this T array of u character definition is not recognized as a u object because we don't have the header of that class, so we can just include it. Include character definition. That will make it work, which means that I should probably recompile everything. Let me close this guy and close this guy, and then I guess we can start typing already. So in the character entry, let's see what we need for the character. Maybe just two things. U property. Oh, one thing we need to add here first is that we need to make it inherent from the user widget, user atom I object user list entry something, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, let's go take a look at the actual type here. Should be easily found here if you click, and yeah, this one. Copy that and go back here and just put it in there. User object list entry, we need to inherit that public. And then here we just override one of the functions, which is native onList atom object set. Okay, that's the one. Alrighty, and this will be private, protected, I guess. Now don't forget to call the super if you want to reroute this to Blueprint. The super is iUserWidget object list entry native on atom selection changed. Oh, not changed. Native on atom selection on atom object set list atom object. Alrighty. Now let's see what we need for the visuals. U property meta equals to band widget, and then class U image, right? This one will be the icon image, and then the other one will be class U text block, and this will be the character name, or just name text, I guess. I can have those informations populated in here. Let's go there, and then the first thing I want to do is name text, which requires me to include components and then text block, and then over here we also include the image, and then we just set the text, name text, set text, and this one will be taking the we need to cast our type first. So I'm going to do that, include character definition, yes. And let's cast it. U character definition will be equals to cast U character definition, and we're taking in the list atom object. If this thing exists, we ask it for the name, so the name text set text will be taking the character definition's name. Character name, this one is an F name, so we have to convert it into a F text from name. That would work. For the image, the easiest way is to set texture, but we want it to be able to be grayed out when you select it, right? So this is going to be a dynamic material. All right, so let me actually do something here. I'm going to create one more U property, and this U property will be of the type nothing. Just edit defaults only. And then this is going to be of the type F name, and I'm going to call this guy icon material param name. Oh, have a typo there. So this one will have an initial value of icon. Let me just also have a copy of that. The next one will be, oh, that's some weird landing operation for me. So this one will be named to saturation, material parameter name, call this guy saturation, because I want those two parameters to be the one that I have in our dynamic material later. So we can just easily reference them in here. Icon image, get dynamic material, set texture parameter value. That's the one. And then icon material parameter name, and then the texture will be the character definition icon. And then that's it. Alrighty. That should be something we can test. So let's go compile it. Alrighty, no problem. So we need to set up our blueprint version for these guys. First thing we need to take care of is the blueprint version of our character entry. So we'll do that here real quick. WBP character entry now. And this type should have two things, right? Icon and name. So let me drag in the image, and this won't be icon. And then wrap that around. We can wrap it with a vertical box so that we can have the text right below it. And this will be the name text. Alrighty. The size will be desired, and icons brush size, I'm gonna go for 256 by 128 maybe. It's probably too big, but yeah, this will be our icon, and that's gonna be our name. Very nice. And let's check. Yes, we have those names. And then we can go to the WBP lobby. And we have an arrow here too, because we need the character list. That's gonna be a tile view. I think I can put that actually to be next to the player list. Let me wrap them around with a horizontal box. Yes, now it's on the side, and this one will be called character list. And then it will have the arrow here because it's missing the entry class. So we can go here and assign it real quick. The one we just made, the character entry. Alrighty. And let me give it a size box, and I'm gonna make the size box 500 by maybe 500 too. Alrighty, cool. And then we can have some spacing for the list. Ooh, there's no space. Interesting. There should be one entry space. Yeah, 5. Okay, now entry size, yes, 256 by 256, I guess. Let's see how that one looks like. Well, it's too big. 128 by 64, I believe, should work better. Oh, yeah, we need to reduce the size of our entry there. Let's take a look at that. So this guy will be 128 by 64, I believe, should be small enough. And then text can be a smaller text. I'm gonna look for something, what's the size there? Font, 20, yeah. 18? 18 will be fine. Ready? The text blocks are still too big for some reason. Let me see. 200 maybe? Oh, I think I got that wrong. The height is 100 and then the width 150. Let's see how this one looks like. Alright, finally, something that looks okay. Alright, now the last thing to do is to create the dynamic material. Let's do that real quick. I'm gonna go create a new material. This one would be M icon, character icon maybe. And this material, of course, is going to be used for user interface. And then let's just test with the Mary one, maybe. So third person, blueprint, and then many one, maybe this one. Alrighty, we connect that over to the final color here. And then we create a parameter out of it. And this one will be icon. And then we create a desaturate. Alrighty. And then a scalar parameter. This one will be our saturation. We do a 1 minus so that we're getting the reversed version of that. Saturation should be 1 for the default settings. And that should be all there is for this material. Very simple. Okay. Alrighty. And then we can use that material in our in tray there. So back here to the lobby in tray, to the character in tray. Our icon image will be using the M icon, character icon. And this should update, right? Cool. The next thing we need to do, I think, to be able to test it is that we need to populate the T-array on the game state. Do we have one? This one is a C++ class. We have to make our own blueprint version. So let me make that real quick. EOS game state instance. EOS fun game state. That's how I name it. Alrighty, this one will be called BP EOS fun game state. And this will be the one we use here. Doesn't like that because this is game mode, damn it. Let me change that parent class to game state. That's the one, and reparent will be okay. Save that, and then we should be able to assign it now. Okay, and then for the game state here, we need to populate our array of characters. We have two, right? The CD Manny and CD Quinn. All right, I think that will be it. We can test it now with the lobby level opened, and we test with, I guess, 2 players and run it. And yes, now you can see now we do have our 2 characters listed here nicely. And they're not doing anything yet. When you click on them, but you can see how the naming and the icons are being used properly. And that's the first step, right? We have the visuals there now. Next step will be making them to be selectable. So we're gonna do that in the next video. See you guys next time.